This message is prohibited.
Hey everybody, this is our, well, I guess it's not our, it's your first time.
Yeah, my first time here.
Yeah. Well, this is the podcast Taboo Talks. Here we're talking about everything and almost anything under the sun, controversy, hopefully in the future. But right now it's a prologue episode number 2.
How many prologues are you gonna have?
I just think the ones I've been recording here.
Okay.
Yeah, because the original, the plan was to have like structure to them, but these ones don't have structure. They're just kind of like wherever. I mean, I have a general idea what I want to talk about, but like nothing like, hey, let's try to like follow this path kind of a thing. So yeah, this is episode number 2 for the prologue. I'll start recording the kind of like official, so to speak, episodes when I get back.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been meeting a lot of cool people back at home.
Yeah, you on the gram. I'm seeing you with all these cool people.
Oh.
I thought you forgot about us already.
No, I'll never forget about y'all. For the gram. What's that? Roxanne, yo. Have you been listening to that?
Roxanne.
Yeah, the one that goes like, Roxanne.
Is this the song? Is this the thing that you were talking about with the?
Yeah, it was
the girl.
It was
lunch today.
Yeah, it was. Yes.
So he was flirting with this girl.
Yo, I would. Okay, no.
Her name was Roxy, right? That's
her
why
name was
it came
Roxy.
out. That's why the song came up. I heard it. I overheard it. They were talking so loud.
Nah, Liezel.
What do you mean, nah? It's true.
Like,
Look, anybody who listens to this and who knows Daniel, you know it's true.
like, we went to this restaurant. It was called En Hakure or Hakore. But I think it was like a fusion restaurant.
Yeah, Japanese, Korean mix,
and like Latino.
Oh yeah,
they had like
taco.
tacos and like sushi burritos and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of those. I'm always a fan of that.
Yeah, those are always cool. I like seeing those things.
Honestly. But there was this waitress, and her name was Roxy, and so I went to go talk to her because like it was just us and her, and we didn't know what to order, so I went up and talked to her, and she was cool, and found out her name was Roxy, and then I came back to sit back down. I was like, all I could think about was the song Roxanne. And so I went back up and I was like ordering, and I was like, you know, has anybody ever sang the song Roxanne to you? And she's like, yeah. And we got the totally different songs. She was thinking about the one from like Fall Out Boy that they covered. I forget, but
I've never heard it.
Yeah, but she said that she listened. You know, whatever. But yeah, it was a good time. That place was pretty good.
Yeah, it was
good. What do you think?
I liked it. I liked the place, the atmosphere.
Yeah. What's your Yelp review? How many stars would you give it that?
I give it 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I dig.
Yeah. The food was a little pricey, but that's fine. It was still good.
Yeah, it was a little bit pricey.
It was still good.
How are the poke bowls? How do they compare?
They cannot. Nothing can compare.
So for everybody that doesn't know, which is everybody basically, Liezel over here is from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about. Okay. Yeah. How do they?
No. Nothing can compare to a Hawaii poke bowl, because if you ever go to Hawaii and you order a poke bowl, like they pack that. They don't pack it with vegetables or any other condiments or whatever. It's just rice and a bunch of poke. That's it.
Okay, what is poke? Like, honestly, I don't know what poke is.
Poke is just ahi tuna with the mix of anything, like sriracha, mayo, or soy sauce, and
so
anything.
It's just rice and essentially fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically
it.
Yeah, there's no
lettuce.
No. That's not how they do it back in Hawaii. No, it's just rice and fish. That's it. That's all you get.
Oh wow.
They really pack the fish on high, and it's worth it. Worth the $12.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't get any like vegetables. You can get vegetables on the side if you want, but no, they
Right.
just pack it with fish and rice. That's it.
Okay. All right. Where do you go?
Where do I go?
Yeah, to get your Pokeballs. Do you go to like the street market or like?
Yeah, there are some street markets around, but I usually get my poke at Foodland. Foodland is just this grocery chain store in Hawaii, and they just have good poke there. It's very generic.
Okay.
But it's really good and it's cheap.
Gotcha.
The food trucks where they sell really good poke also it's pricey, but just I stick with the cheap ones.
Okay.
At the grocery store.
I always assumed that a Pokeball was like basically a Hawaiian style Chipotle like meal. You know, at least that's how it is over here in the.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that here in the mainland.
Yeah. I was just about to say states, and I was like, nah, that's not right, yo. Like, get your facts straight, boy.
No, we're called the mainland.
Yeah.
The
In
mainland.
the mainland, it's it's totally different, man.
Yeah, when I first came here and we tried a poke place,
Yeah.
what is it? Aloha Poke,
Yeah.
that one.
The one that tried to steal the word.
which I don't understand. I'm pretty sure they lost that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure too, and I hope so.
I don't know.
I haven't kept up.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going, but that was a whole issue. Yeah, when we first tried it there, it was like Chipotle style, where you can order what you want, if you want it in a burrito.
Right.
Like, it was weird. And they have weird condiments too, like edamame to go with it. Kale was a weird one too, which I didn't understand. I just wanted the fish and rice. That's it. Maybe a little vegetable on the side, but I just wanted fish and rice.
Okay, well, I'll ask you the same questions I asked the other guys.
Okay.
So, first off, I do want to say that these are my great friends over here in Chicago.
Aww.
And Liezel is part of the crew. If anybody watched the first episode with Jo and Kenji. So it's 2020. I asked them that, and I don't really like. So I told them that I don't really like the term resolutions.
Okay.
So, like, what are your 2020 seeds that you're looking to like plant for yourself?
Seeds.
You know? Yeah.
One is to post more on Instagram,
Okay.
which I've been doing, but I just posted my last drawing that I've done this year, so I don't have anything else. So I have to make more,
Okay.
and it's been going really well. I've gained like 10 followers
Nice.
within the week I've been posting every day.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Yeah.
And then that's one. What do you call it? One seed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one. And then the other one is to get into like some convention. I told you guys yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to get into a con
Yeah.
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 and
You
start
did mention that.
selling my stuff.
Yes. Monetize.
I applied to one in Minnesota. There was one in Minnesota.
Wait, which one is that one?
I forget the name. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, it's this really small, not even a convention, just
Like a little venue.
a little venue thing.
Honestly, I don't really keep up with that kind of culture. I dig it.
Why not? You get to see so many cool artists.
I don't know. I just never like had the drive to go to like any kind of convention, you know? Like I see the cosplays and things like that. I was like, yo, that's really cool.
So you've never been to any conventions before?
I've never been to a convention.
Oh,
It's
gotta
definitely on my
go.
list though. I do want to like cross it off eventually.
You gotta. It's so
But,
fun. All the
yeah.
cool cosplays and stuff. Oh, here we go. It's called Odd Topic Festival.
Odd Topic?
Yeah. Odd
Oh,
Topic.
Odd Topic. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is cool. Well, what happens at this one? Do you know? Really? This is a prize.
A prize?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh,
Well, never mind.
It's just a small little festival.
Just kidding. That's a donation. Claps to A Topic Festival. They reached a goal of theirs, 1,500 of donations. That's
Wow.
amazing. Honestly, that's a good amount of donations.
That is, yeah.
Because usually people like donate like $2 on average. I would say
yeah,
$2.
that's true.
So like that would take 750 people. That's a lot of people on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I applied to this,
Okay.
and we don't hear back until like April or something like that. Yeah, so a while from now, but
Okay.
hopefully I get in.
Yeah,
Because it's just a really just small little festival thing
for sure.
that I think just beginner artists get into. So hopefully I get in. Hopefully I can go out to Minnesota and visit you again.
Yeah. I didn't do this really well for you for this one, but I just want to let everybody know that Liezel's Instagram handle is 808 and Heartbreaks. Just kidding. It's not 808 and
No,
Heartbreaks.
it's not.
But I like to think it's inspired by Kanye West.
Is that why you say that?
Yeah, 808 and Heartbreaks. That's his album. You remember the song that goes like, "In the night." I don't want to sing it too much, but
Oh yeah, that one.
coldest story ever
Yeah.
told. Yeah.
Oh.
So far along this road.
I don't really listen to him, so I don't know the albums. But 808 actually stands for the area code
Oh yeah.
in Hawaii. It's
Oh,
808. That's why I have it.
Okay. All right.
Not because of that. Not because of Kanye.
Yeah. So the Instagram handle, it's called 808 period LHR.
Yeah.
And Liezel's been, just like what she's been saying, she has been posting a lot. Her artwork is amazing, everybody.
Oh,
Go check
thanks.
it out.
Thanks.
Honestly, it's amazing. And you
That
guys are
means a
missing
lot.
out.
That means a lot.
Yeah, I'm serious. I keep telling you. Like,
I know people always tell me that it's amazing, but I know it's hard for me to see it still.
you'll come around to it. Don't worry.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I'm starting to.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
That's
but,
good.
Yeah.
That's good. You know, honestly, I need to start doing this too. I've been out of touch with my facilitator roots. And so what people don't know about me is that while I was in college, I ran a bunch of stuff and I ran a bunch of workshops and things like that. And regardless of what people think, I think it is important to ask how people identify. So my pronouns are he, him, his. And what are your pronouns?
My pronouns are she, her, or they, them.
Okay. Oh, when
No.
did that happen?
A while ago, I never told anybody except this podcast.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. Ever since you gave me that project, that thing to do, your gender project.
Yeah.
And to talk about it, like gender stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it more. Like, I'm fine. Like what my body is.
Right.
Like biologically, I'm fine with it, but I don't necessarily identify fully as a girl,
Okay.
and I don't identify as a boy either. But
Right.
yeah, I'm like in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and like I do get mistaken a lot for male. Like the most I've gotten mistaken for a male is when me and Lauren went to Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
Disney World at one time.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago. I got called sir a lot, which was fine by me. I did not care at all, but it was just funny seeing the reactions
Yeah.
of people. Like I don't mind being called that at all. I really
sure.
don't. But yeah, it's been on my mind a lot lately.
Okay.
About my identity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which reminds me that we forgot to listen to that before we started this.
I never like hearing myself talk, so that's why I didn't
Okay.
listen to it.
Oh, after we're done with this, we'll take a listen to it.
Okay.
I hope you like it.
I'm pretty sure I like it.
Yeah, maybe the listeners can. I'll just interject it
Sure.
now.
Oh.
In post. No, I'm not gonna do that. But Yeah, just so everybody knows, a while ago I had this project with Liezel, and I was working with a choreographer from Japan. Shout out to Moeka Osada.
Ooh.
Moeka Osada, everybody. That's Moekaosada. She is an amazing dancer, and dancer first and foremost, and then choreographer. She's also an amazing choreographer as well. So for this dance, it was contemporary modern. And I guess for people who don't know what that is, it's kind of like you see it on like, what's that one show? Not Dancing with the Stars, but like the dance competition show. It's kind of like the mixture of, and I'm gonna butcher it for sure, and I'm sorry for everybody that really knows what it is about, but in very simple terms, the way I would describe it, it's kind of like mixing. It's like dirty ballet mixed with like a little bit of jazz and a little bit of like hip hop influence, and yeah.
No, I think you got it.
That's how I would describe
No, I
it.
think you got it because I had a bunch of dance. No, they weren't my friends, but I had a roommate back in college that did that type of dance, and seeing her dance for the first time, yeah, that sounds about right. Like the style of it.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So yeah, so she was choreographing. She was choreographing this, man, English words. So she was choreographing this, and her theme was about gender stereotypes. And it's not about taking a stance on the topic. It's more about getting the information out. Not getting the information, but presenting the perspectives out there. And so Liezel was one of the people that sent in a recording. I used bits and pieces of her beautiful story.
Oh, thanks.
It wasn't just one story. It was like a lot of stories too.
Yeah, I gave you like a bunch of stories.
Honestly, I really appreciate that you gave a bunch of stories, like literally.
Yeah, I have like a bunch of topics. I could talk about gender all day.
Yeah, and out of all the submissions, you were like the most real kind of like tone, like
you're not saying that just because I'm your friend?
No. I'm serious.
For
like,
real? Okay.
Yeah, it was the most like conversation voiced thing. You were like pretty laxed, and you're like laughing and stuff too. I mean,
really?
Sometimes
when I was recording this, I was so nervous. I was alone. My mom went to work. She was upstairs. I was just recording with my phone, like right here. I think I was just recording, looking around the room. My dog was looking at me funny.
Yeah, Bella knew.
Yeah, Bella knew. Well, that's good that I sounded relaxed because I was nervous talking about it myself.
Yeah, but it was like it was like I was there with you. That's what it sounded like. And so,
okay, that's cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was trying to picture somebody with me, talk in front of me, trying to talk to me or give me these questions.
Yeah, I was definitely looking for that, and I think you nailed it the most.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I'm not trying to cheese you up or anything, but serious.
No, that's good. It's good.
Yeah, so I have a track out there. Moeka ended up using it for her show, and it's also on SoundCloud. And I'll talk about my stuff at the end of the podcast. But speaking of which, gender stereotypes, like, this is like well, not even stereotypes in general, just like the whole topic, the whole world.
Gender's a concept.
Yeah, the whole it's a concept.
It is.
It's what did you say?
You can't define gender.
Yeah, you had. Oh man, yeah, I put that in the track too. It's
yeah, that's why
just an idea.
It is. It's just an idea, and people just want these labels so they can make it easy for themselves.
I totally agree with you. Okay, wait. Actually, can you actually restate your stance? where you stand on like how would you define gender, or like what do you think on a very broad scale what gender is?
Gender is a concept.
Okay.
It just died?
Not died, but like it shut itself off.
Oh, why?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe because it was getting tired. I don't know.
It doesn't want to talk about gender.
Yeah, the camera's trying to avoid the topic. It's trying to tell us nobody wants to hear you guys talk about gender and identity and intersectionalities. Like, get out of here.
Like everybody else.
No, but okay, so we'll repeat the question. And yeah, do you think it's necessary to have gender?
Yeah, it just, I don't know. It depends on the person, but I don't think it's necessary.
Mm-hmm. I would actually take the other stance on that.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. Why? It's not that I think we need to have the categories men and women, male, female. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't need to have those specific titles given to those categories, but we need the categories. And I'm going back to a very, like, I come from a very, like, this is a human nature kind of a thing. Like, okay. We, as a tendency, as like a race, we categorize things like, oh, this is bad and this is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of gray in between, and for everybody, what is good isn't good. Yeah. For others, but what's the common denominator is that we always have categories.
That's true.
Another reason why I think it was necessary to have like these categories, so to speak, was due to the fact of survival. You know, like it's a shame that we've niched everybody so much into these like two dominant categories. But I do think that having gender is necessary, because we need that. If we destroyed it today, it will come back. I believe that sincerely, because like,
no, yeah, I believe that too. Like, if we just abolish gender, it'll come back eventually.
Yeah, it'll come back in some form.
Yeah.
It might not be men and female.
Yeah, it might come back in a different term.
Yeah, but it will definitely come back.
Yeah.
And so, and that even goes to show like all these subcategories of like gender, or if you don't even conform to the gender, that in itself is a category like that somebody created. I do think it's necessary though. I don't think it's the most healthy thing. But I do think it's because it's human nature.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my opinion just comes from like all my experiences.
Right. And
with myself.
Right. And I'm not trying to invalidate that at all.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, do you have any I keep thinking back to stories.
Out of all the stories that I gave you through that audio recording, which one was your favorite, I guess?
My favorite,
that you want me to dive deeper in here.
Well, what hit me the most, surprisingly, maybe not even surprisingly, was the bathrooms, the unisex bathrooms over in LA. When you said that, it really surprised me.
Yeah, like everybody in LA is just so open to all these ideas and like what gender is. Like, yeah, it can be anything, and there's so many unisex baths. I didn't feel pressured to stick out my chest to make myself look more feminine, right, womanly. You know, I could just be myself. I could relax and go into the bathroom.
You could be hunched over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor posture.
So what? But yeah, I didn't feel that pressure.
Okay.
And it was so nice.
For sure. And what hit me when you said that is that like I went to a cafe in Minnesota. Well, this is in the Twin Cities area. I don't know about the suburbs, but in the cities, I went to a cafe and it had a unisex bathroom. And I was like, whoa, like it's here too.
Yeah, there's like a bit. There's like some progress in other states, but not as much as in LA. Like, everything, wherever we went, there would always be a unisex bathroom.
Really?
Yeah, there'd be men, women, and then a unisex one.
Okay.
Yeah, which is really great.
Yeah, what I discovered about St. Paul, I think it's one of the first. It's either one of the first. So what I remember is that it is the first. Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. The first city to openly accept transgender. But that's an article I read way back, and I'm kind of like just quoting it out of thin air. But I do think that the West Coast is definitely way more progressive.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's always been the case, though. You know, historically speaking. Yeah. No, that story stuck out to me the most. Your club story, though. That's intense.
You were there though, but not in the bathroom, but like I told you after.
No, I would never ever walk into a bathroom where I would make people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. I
just want to say that on the record, y'all. No, but
is that a reference to me?
No. No, I'm just saying that because like
Mainland bathroom stories.
No. Whoa, I mean, let's not go into that. Let's keep this family friendly, Liezel. But tell us a little bit about that, because I think that's something important to talk about.
Oh yeah, so we were out one night out to the bars and stuff, and I had to use the bathroom really bad, and all the other girls did too. So we went together, and everyone found a stall. I was the last to find one. As I was going in, you know how there's like in clubs, some clubs, there's like a bathroom person that just like tends to you when you're done, gives you like a little mint afterwards, some napkins, you know. And the employee that was in this women's bathroom stopped me as I was going into the stall and kept repeating, "This is the women's bathroom. This is the women's bathroom. This is the women's bathroom." And I looked her dead in the eye. I'm like, I'm a woman too. Like, I stuck out my chest a little bit. And she was like, "Oh, okay. Like, do you need my ID? I can pull out my ID. Do you need that?" She's like, "No, it's fine. I'm sorry." Like, okay. Thanks.
Yeah. And I know that kind of just ruined your...
Yeah, that ruined the whole entire night for me. It was like... It's so defeating for me.
Yeah. On that note, like, you know, everybody's always like, we shouldn't have, like, transgenders or, like, people who look androgynous go into the other, like, sex bathrooms because, like, that invites, like, you know, perverts and, like, rapists.
and then you have all these old straight white men going into the men's room and molesting kids.
Yeah.
And then they say that the transgendered and androgynous people are the perverts.
Yeah. And
like, there are more cases of them going into the bathroom and sexually harassing other men.
It's not the fact that people like to demonize gender. And not demonize gender, the concept, but people who don't follow the binary.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's really wrong. And just because it may have happened with someone who wasn't like identifying as the binary, like once, that's maybe like, let's give it a probability. Like, I don't know, I'm just gonna shoot into the sky, like maybe a 1 out of 10
okay
scenario, you know. That doesn't mean that everybody who's non-binary is doing that.
Yeah, there's like maybe like one case ever you found, but like no one, we're just trying to use the bathroom,
right?
That's it.
Yeah, the bigger issue here is like, how do we monitor? This is a society issue at this point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always been a society issue.
Because like, how can you? It comes down to how can you limit the amount of, not even limit, but like monitor or censor the amount of like perverts and like creeps
They're going
and
in the bathroom.
molesters that are going into the bathrooms. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that at its core has nothing to do with gender. That's all about the intention of the person going in.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad to see that
It is sad.
like tied to the queer community.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah. I know. It sucks.
Yeah.
And I never go into public bathrooms ever. I really don't.
Really?
Wait,
Where do you go when you have to go?
If I really, before I even go out, I make sure that I don't have to go.
Okay.
Like before I go out, I use my bathroom
Okay.
before I go out.
Yeah.
And make sure like everything's out, so I don't have to go when I'm out in public
Okay.
and I have to use it. But if I really, really have to, like I can't wait until I get home or something, I can like wait until I get to a friend's house or something.
Do you limit
I go to the female restroom.
if you really have to go in public?
Yeah, if I have to really go in public.
Okay. Do you like limit how much water you take in?
Yes.
Like, wow. It's a conscious decision?
Yes, it is. I am very so scared of bathrooms in public. I really hate it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you really. No one will know the amount of times that I've been mistaken as a boy in a women's restroom.
Yeah.
Like, it's so traumatizing. Like, I've had my hair short for most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So being told as a kid that you're not allowed to be in the girls' bathroom is traumatizing.
Yeah.
Like, wait, aren't you a little boy? Yeah, so yeah, it is a conscious decision whenever I go out to like clubs, stuff like that. I make sure before we actually go out to clubs, I use the bathroom. Okay. And then when we were at the restaurant, I made sure to like pace myself when I was drinking that water.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you ever get like maybe not dehydrated, but like parched maybe?
A little bit. Not really, because I've been so used to it.
It's like a condition.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I did see at that restaurant, it was unisex. So.
It was. Yeah.
But it's just always been, I don't know, a habit already.
Right.
That I have to limit myself to how much I drink.
Yeah.
And eat, maybe.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really feel that, but...
No, yeah.
I can't really relate, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not in that world at all.
Yeah.
That is something that I've never like really came across my head. And obviously, why would it, you know?
Yeah.
That's intense.
It is intense. It's a lot to keep track of.
Do you still take the recommended amount of water per day then? Or liquids?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Once I get home, I start chugging this. I start chugging my water bottle.
You just go ham.
I just go ham. I'm at home. I can feel at peace.
Right.
But yeah, no, yeah. I limit myself when I'm out, so I don't have to use the public restroom.
That's crazy. I don't know if you're comfortable. Are you comfortable with telling the story or not? If you're not, then
What story? Am I coming out
story? Straight? Yeah.
When I told my mom I was gay.
Yeah.
So funny. It's funny. To me, it's funny. So I was out. I was drinking. I was partying, and this was 2 years ago, I think, 2018, 2019. So it was around New Year's time.
Yeah.
And one of that year, I made it a goal of mine to finally tell my mom about me being gay. And as I was in the car Ubering myself home, 3 a.m. in the morning, looking out the window of this car. I was like, I'm never gonna do this sober. I'm just gonna do it now. And if I don't remember, my mom will probably tell me about it, and I wake up. So I get in my house, and I go into my mom's room, and it's like 3 a.m., mind you, and she's like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be in bed already? And you're drunk." And I was like, "Okay, wait. I know I'm drunk, but I have something important to tell you. Really important. It'll take like 5 minutes." And she's like, "Okay, what? What?" And her eyes aren't even open. She's like, "What?
She's like,
What? What is
let me
it?"
go back to sleep. Oh my gosh.
I was like, "Okay, you said you'll love me no matter what, right?" I'm sorry, like, tear up. You said you love me no matter what, right?
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, what's wrong?" It's like, "What if I told you I like girls? Did I change anything?" And she was like, she opened her eyes slowly and looked at me, and she said, "That's fine. As long as they love you and you love them, it doesn't matter. I always love you."
Oh.
Yeah, and started crying, everything. Hugged her very drunkenly. I smelled like whiskey and vodka. Bella was in the room too. She didn't care. She just wanted to go back to sleep. And I never really remember things like that when I'm drunk.
Right.
Like, but I remembered that the next morning. The whole night was a mess. I didn't remember anything that whole night except that. That was the only thing that I remembered, and it was the best thing. And everybody, like even you, were like 99% sure she knew already because of how I look and stuff like that, you know? But there's always that 1% chance, you know?
Right.
Something can go wrong and it's not the answer you want.
Yeah. And I think everybody's afraid of that.
Yeah.
I think.
They should.
You know?
Scares me.
Man. Honestly, your mom is super cool.
She is. She's real chill. She's goes with everything. She's very accepting.
But there's a lot of other people out there that don't have that.
Yeah.
You know? What would you say to them? Like, from your experience?
I don't know. Just keep on. I don't know. You'll find somebody that loves you like that soon enough.
Okay.
That's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So keep on living for that.
For sure. I feel.
Hmm.
Don't.
No one in this world is alone. Ever. There's always somebody that loves you.
It's powerful. And that is powerful, man. There's somebody that loves you. Although, I do think that there's always, and maybe not for your mom in particular, but it's a weird dynamic for some people. You know, like you grow up with this person that you know loves you, but then also does you wrong. You know?
I mean, I have that relationship with my dad.
You're like, I know this person loves me, but they did me wrong. And when I say did you wrong, it's not like an incident happened and like they said something mean to you. I mean, I'm ranging from like physical abuse to like emotional, mental, everything, and everything between. Those are just the extremes, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a weird conundrum. Like, for you in your particular spot with like how you identify as, like, how are you with your dad?
He doesn't know.
Okay.
About me in general. Like, he doesn't know anything about me.
Okay.
Like, I've never opened up to him about anything. And I don't
plan to.
I don't know, it's weird. Lately, I've been thinking about him. I don't know, it's weird. I miss him, but I also don't.
Mm.
If that makes sense. Like I want, because as we get older, you start thinking about your parents too. Like they're getting older too. I don't know. It's very complicated. I want to still have that relationship, but I also don't. I miss him, but I don't. And I don't know if I plan to tell him or not about me.
Right.
Because he's just been...
Yeah.
He's just been so... Abusive is the right term. But
okay.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know why I'm so scared to say it. But yeah, abusive is the right term. Like, he's just been so abusive our whole entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
But... yeah. I don't know.
I understand what you're like trying to say as a very visceral thing. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to like put it into words, or I'm gonna try to translate it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess for everybody listening, it's almost kind of like, so you grew up, and I'm just gonna use your dad as the example here. You grew up with your dad, and there's moments when you're young, there's a lot of love shown, but then eventually your dad did things to you that caused trauma and scars to happen.
Yeah.
But the way that we internalize it when we're young, it's almost like we force ourselves to come up with some sort of like excuse as to why this happened. Like, it's not we wonder why it happened, like we think about it for sure, but in the end it comes down to like a self thing, you know, because we have that confliction of like, oh, but he loves me, you know, like if then it must be something like with me.
For like most of my childhood I blamed myself for a good chunk of it. Like, maybe it's me, maybe he doesn't like me that as much as I thought.
Yeah,
maybe something's wrong with me, you know.
Right. And to go even further, but when it keeps happening, it starts to become like, well, I just hate you now because like beyond the fact that like there's something wrong with me, now I just dislike you because you just keep doing that thing to me, and I hate that shit.
As I grew older, it went from like, maybe it's me, wait, it's probably not me, it's probably you. I really don't like you right now. Yeah,
right.
That was the progression of like when I was born to like, middle school.
Right. But to that extent, like we figure out that it's like about them in some sort of manner, but we don't really like actually like dive into it. I feel like, so my thing is always about clarity and detail. So we understand that I'm broken now because I think it's me, and I now realize that my dad just hates me, and I hate the way that he treats me, so now I hate him. But as you grow older and live life, so to speak, and gain experiences, the hardest thing to do is just kind of like put those people into a human perspective, you know?
Yeah.
And just be like, really try to understand, like show empathy to your dad and being like, why did he do those things? Like, and actually analyzing his life. That's exactly what I've been doing the past few months since seeing him again since we moved here. Wait, when did you see him?
Last summer for my brother's
For the
wedding. That was the first time I've seen him since we moved here 4 years ago. Yeah.
I didn't think he came out for that.
Huh?
I didn't think he came out for that.
Oh yeah, I told you about that. Yeah. He made a decision to come out for it only because his coworker convinced him that he might get a speech at the wedding, and he prepared this stupid speech, and he didn't get that. which is stupid because if he were to get it, Glenn would have told him. My brother would have told him.
Right.
And he's just, just so narcissistic. Yeah, but since I saw him then, like, and I've been like trying to figure out like what happened like when we were growing up. Like, why did you do all these things? What happened in between, you know, here and now? I don't know. It's still not clear.
I feel that it's a long journey.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly don't think that you can make it to get your answer without actually having those
talking
40-hour out talks
Yeah.
with your dad about.
I actually did want to talk to him when we were there, but all he wanted to talk about was the divorce between him and my mom. That's it.
Okay.
But which is fine. Like, that's fine, but that's not what I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just wanted to have some conversation that didn't center around the divorce, because that's another thing
Right.
that's traumatic and stuff. But I don't know. He himself won't let go of the past,
Yeah.
and all he ever talks about when we're all together is the divorce and how it happened. And like, it's just we're trying to put that away. Like, we're trying to move on from that.
Yeah.
We want to move forward with that.
Yeah.
And there are some like things like he lies about during that. And I told my mom, like, I wanted to make sure, like, is this true or not? And she's like, that's totally a lie. Why would he say that?
Mm-hmm.
And they got into an argument when we came back here. And you really never can get away from that stuff. If you're married or something and you plan to get a divorce, make sure. Just want you, and if you have any kids too, just make sure you just stay friends.
Swoop. Okay, we're back in. Yeah, your question. Don't parents want better for all their children? I think.
Yeah, since they went through so much shit when they were our age, don't they want to, be better?
I think they do. Instinctually. That's what I believe. I think instinctually people always want their biological children to be better off. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the way that it happens is the part where, things blow up and everything goes wrong. Because my working hypothesis is that you can always try to be better than where you came from. But if you don't actually put in the effort to do so and change yourself, it'll never happen. And like everybody's gonna agree, like, obviously, bro, like that's the truth. But
yeah, people always have that power in them to change and be a better person, but if you yourself don't want to do that, then nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, honestly, I want to put this on the record too. Like, everybody in the moment always says the right thing, but they never execute. And like, I'm not saying I'm the person who always executes. I'm guilty of this too. Like, no lie, everybody's guilty.
It happens to everybody.
But everybody, I don't know, like 2020 fitness goal resolutions or something. Like, people got like, I'm gonna get fit, I'm gonna lose fat, I'm gonna get in weight, muscle and things like that. And it's just like, okay, cool. And you ask them, so how committed are you? And it's like, I'm super committed. Are you gonna work out? Yeah, I'm gonna work out. Are you gonna go? What's your plan? This is my plan. And then the next day you ask them, hey, I'm hitting up the gym, you gonna come with me? Hopefully their answer is yes. But for most people, it's always like I can't today.
Yeah, there's
excuse.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, like, what the heck happened? And it's not that. It's also like, let's say you had an argument and you're like, about finances. That's a big topic. Like, oh, like you're talking to your partner. Are you gonna get a job? And your partner says, yeah, I'm gonna go get a job, and it doesn't happen. Where did this come from? I lost it, man. I got to something about your dad.
I try and be better for your children.
Yes. Okay, so yes. So everybody says that they want better for their children, but because their lack of commitment, like true commitment, y'all, like true commitment. And I'm not just talking about like commitment to like my children will be better. It's a mindset. Like it really is a mindset. Like you can keep telling yourself, okay, today is the day. Today's the day.
Yeah.
But if you don't actually execute on it, today is not the day for you. Like it's not even about today. It's the moment. Yeah. The moment. You always have to execute in the moment. Yeah. Because if you don't, then you'll never like reach the point that you want. And I feel like that happens for most partners and most adults. Honestly, adults, we're all children. Everybody's a child. Everybody's an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I'm an idiot too.
Nobody really knows. Okay, I'm not gonna say nobody. 98% of the population don't really know what they want to do in life. Okay? And they don't know what they're doing, and we're always failing. And that 2% of the population that gets it all the time, props to you. You're probably the 1% that's making $1 billion jillion out there, you know?
Those are CEOs.
CEOs.
Those 8 CEOs, those old 8 white dudes.
No, even CEOs don't know. Man,
I hate people who have money. What are you gonna do with those CEOs? What are you gonna do with all that money? Okay, you buy everything you want. You're out of debt. What else do you need that for? You don't need 8 houses. You don't need 8 yachts. They can literally save this planet. They can stop the fires in Australia. They can stop global warming. They can with all that money.
No,
it can go towards all this research for climate change and global warming.
I don't.
Like, what are they doing? I hate people who have money.
I don't disagree with you that they have the power to do so, but this is an interesting topic. We're segueing away from gender. But that is a great topic to have. Financial power is a good topic to talk about.
I hate people who have money.
We need to say that for another date because, like, I'm
down to talk about money too. I have so much passion for this too. Gender and money. The 2 things I can't have. Well, I can't have gender, kind of.
Yeah.
Money. That's I don't know. That's out of grasp.
Yeah, but back to like family and gender. Like
okay, we'll do that. money. When either of us who goes to Minnesota or come back to Chicago, whichever comes first, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure your dad has had that thought a bunch to have a better life for his children, but
he must know that having a child means taking on so much responsibility and making sure that child grows up to be, a stable adult later in life.
Yeah.
Like, did that not ring in his head in those moments? Like, I don't get it. You can mess up a person. Look at me. Look how I turned out to be.
Dude, look at all of us. We're all damaged.
I know.
We're all broken. We're all damaged goods. Shout out to Damaged Goods, the web series. My friend Chufu's acting in it. But yes, we're all damaged goods, man.
Yeah.
Oh, VAM Studios, they made that. So shout out to VAM Studios. But yeah, we're all damaged goods, man. But
yeah, you can seriously mess up somebody. A child like that. I don't know. I guess it wasn't a powerful thought. It was just an afterthought.
I wouldn't say it like that. I just think that when it comes down to it's a self thing. Like, you know, like your dad would want the best for you guys, but can only do so in the way that he knows. And the choices that he made are based on the experience he had. So like if he doesn't know better, or the mindset he has is a poor mindset, he subconsciously didn't choose to do better. Even though, and the subconscious is stronger than the consciousness, guys. The subconscious is way stronger.
Yeah.
Speaking of the subconscious and the conscious, like, but I feel like by now it's a pretty widely accepted notion that people don't choose to be what they identify as. Oh, well, I guess, okay, hold the phone. Hold the phone, Daniel. Hold the phone. In terms of like, okay, so for this, for a specific story, the story of being like choosing to identify as, or identifying as gay people didn't choose to be gay. Like that's common knowledge, like, or not common knowledge, but common information.
Yes.
And whether people believe,
this is just common sense.
Whether people believe in it or not that's a different thing.
Oh, that's true.
That's a different thing, you know. Like people don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Some people don't believe in that.
Yeah, there are people like that. Yeah.
Okay, we're sticking to people who identify as gay. And when I say gay, I don't just mean men. I also
It's like an umbrella term.
Yeah, I also talk about like
the
females out there who identify as cis females.
Yeah.
In relation to that, just that circle within the community, like how do you feel about that? Do you think it's a conscious decision, a unconscious thing, or were you just like born like that?
It really is that you're just born like this.
Okay.
I really didn't choose to be who I am right now. Like it was all a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just a feeling. One day when I was in second grade, I think. Yeah, it was second grade. I just knew that something was different from me and everybody else.
Right.
Because I had this friend, I just sat next to her in my class.
Oh,
yeah.
Little Liezel making moves.
Oh no! I was just as awkward back then.
Shooting your shot.
I was just as awkward back then as I am now. No, I cannot. No, but yeah, there would be like these times during lunchtime, like we would swap snacks and stuff, and it was just really nice and stuff. We were just buddies, and then one day I just looked at her differently from those other days.
Right.
Like, I thought she looked cute. I said that in my mind. And I was like, wait, is that something I should feel? Because like during those times, like earlier in the 2000s, like, that's not something portrayed in the media. Like you don't see that like like nowadays.
Facts.
Yeah, you don't see two women or two men getting together having a happy ending. You don't see that.
Right.
Yeah. So what I was feeling when I was like 7, I was like, wait, I probably shouldn't feel like this.
Right.
I don't think it's normal. And so I repressed all those feelings down and never came back up again.
Okay.
Yeah, until like senior year of high school, I liked this one girl, but she didn't like me back.
Dang, the unrequited love.
She ended up finding out. Yeah.
That what?
That I liked her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What happened at that moment? I'm curious.
So, this is probably because I've never had a close female friend before. Like most of my friends were, like I've never really had a best friend. Yeah, it's probably because I've never had a best friend. We like talked every single day. We texted each other 24/7. Like I've never like
Wow.
yeah right
Okay.
like, yeah right.
Oh my gosh, you guys are actually. I thought it was just like some faraway like distant,
No,
like
no,
too
no.
good to get kind
No,
of a
wait.
thing?
Well, no, wait. It'll get even better. Hold on. Yeah,
Okay,
like
alright,
yeah, we
yeah.
met like in English class. We were sat next to each other. She was in the front. I was in the back, and
Oh.
yeah, that's how we met. And we were grouped together for a project, and I don't know, we just clicked. It was natural, you know.
Wait, but how'd you guys click if she was in the front and you were in the back?
We were grouped together for a project, so she had to turn her chair around.
Oh,
Okay, so we
okay.
met face to face.
Oh, okay, wait. It wasn't like she was in row 1 and you were like in what row 6. It was just like row 1, row 2 kind of a thing. Like you were directly behind her.
Yeah, I was directly behind her.
Okay, yeah. It wasn't
yeah.
like there's 3 people in front of you.
Yeah, no, it
Okay.
would never work.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I was directly behind her, so she
Okay.
had to turn around for this group project. Yeah, and after that,
Okay.
we just clicked. Like, it was so natural. Like, talking to her, like, it was like meeting an old friend again.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. And yeah, we exchanged numbers, texted 24/7. Right? This is like, I'm not making this stuff up. This is true. This is so true.
Okay.
And then as like college applications started coming around and we all got accepted into like our dream schools, she decided to stay on the island.
Okay.
And I decided to move here in Chicago. And she was really bummed about that. She was really, really sad.
Wait, is this that girl that you brought around freshman year?
Who?
Or is that a different person?
Who did I bring around freshman year?
I don't know. Lizel. Okay,
I
continue
don't
your
think
story.
I had anybody freshman year.
Continue your story.
Yeah, anyway, yeah. When I told her that I'll be moving this summer to Chicago, she was really sad.
Yeah.
Like, really, really sad. Super bummed out. But, you know, we still had a little bit more time together.
Okay.
Like, you know, that summer. And a little bit of time before graduation happened. And graduation happened. Before it happened, she came to meet me. You know, just talk, hang out. And then all of a sudden, she starts crying. Yeah, she starts crying. And I'm like, wait, what's wrong?
Why?
What happened? Are you okay? I know it's graduation, but like, still, we didn't even walk down yet. And she's
Right.
like, no, it's nothing.
Okay.
So like, but I was like, wait, what happened? Are you okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And she was just really sad that I'm moving away.
Uh-huh.
Like, what are you?
I'm tearing up, Lizel.
Are you? What's wrong with your eye?
Nothing. There's actually nothing. Keep going.
Yeah, she was crying because I was moving away, and she thought I wouldn't, you know, keep touch anymore because of
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And then summer happened, we hung out, and then I had to leave. And
Okay.
then I came here, and nothing happened. Like, it was still the same. We were
Well, how
still
did she figure
texting.
out? How did she
And we-
figure out?
and we Skyped
Okay.
also, like, every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you. You guys are
And-
already in a relationship.
Basically, right?
You guys are texting every day. You guys are Skyping every day.
I tell this story to everybody, and
You guys
they're-
are just
and-
long
Yeah,
distance.
and at this point, people are like, "Okay, so are you dating? Why? What happened?" Yeah, I tell them this story, and they're like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell them that, and then she sends me a care package.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's a sign of true love
I
right
know,
there,
and
guys.
like not even like a really small one, but like a big one, a medium-sized postal box.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was filled with all these goodies from Hawaii. And
Oh my God.
she made this like storybook with her little sisters for me.
Wow.
I don't have it anymore.
Okay. That's okay. I mean, it's been like
It's been years, and I
been,
don't
like,
talk to
7
her
years.
anymore because of what happened. Yeah.
Okay,
She
yeah,
made this storybook for me.
Okay.
But with her little sisters. And it was the cutest
That's
thing.
cute.
Yeah, it was so cute. She got me this bracelet too. Yeah.
She got you a friendship bracelet?
No, it wasn't.
Or was it
was
kinda
just,
like-
I don't know. It was just this cute little bracelet thing,
Okay.
and she thought would
Oh, she like thrifted it or
match me,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
yeah. And I wore it every day, and then I think I sent her a letter, like a handwritten letter.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
saying thank you for everything.
What is this, the Notebook?
Kind of right.
Holy moly.
And then I go back for winter break. She's
Okay.
so excited.
Yeah.
We hang out every day. Wow. And then the day before I leave to come back to Chicago, we were in her kitchen. We were eating. And all of a sudden, she was like, do you like me? And I was so surprised.
Okay.
I was like, what? I mean, I like you as a friend. Me lying. Me lying. And she
Quick,
was,
cover it up, quick.
me lying, yeah. And she was like, no, like me. Like, more than a friend. And for the longest time, I think for like 5 minutes, I couldn't say anything. I just stared at my food, trying to think of something else to say.
Man.
And then I finally say, yeah.
And then what?
And she said nothing. She said nothing.
Okay.
And after that, she never texted me again.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
There were a couple times where I tried to reach out to her.
Yeah. Oh,
Be
what
like,
the heck?
hey, it's been a few days. Are you okay? Like, I know
Yeah.
we had that weird thing. Like, it's okay if you don't feel that way.
Okay. Yeah.
It's okay. Like, it won't bother me. I swear. Like, I really, like, I do like you, like, as a friend. Like, first and
Right.
foremost, like, you were my friend. We were friends first.
Yeah.
My feelings came second.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't matter. At all. Like, I don't want to lose you as a friend.
Yeah.
And she said, what did she say?
Oh, she actually texted you back.
Yeah, finally, after like 7 days. After
Wow.
that,
Man, the
7 days.
suspense.
I know.
Like mental
She
frustration.
said, what did she say? She said, hey, I'm sorry. I really don't feel like that. But we can try to still be friends. I'm sorry if I did things that made it seem that I liked you more than a friend. But I don't feel like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry if I interpreted it wrong. Really, I'm sorry. But yeah, like, let's still just be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were great at that. Like, we don't have to be anything more. I just want to be your friend now. But then after that, nothing back.
But did you text her after that? Or like call her?
I did. I was like, not random, but sometimes I'd be like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Haven't heard from you.
Yeah.
She'd say, oh, it's fine. Everything's fine. And like going from like texting every day, 24/7, having long conversations with each other, like
Right.
sometimes paragraphs,
Wow, you guys, yeah.
to like just one-worded answers. You know for certain that
Something's up.
something, the friendship's over already. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
I stopped trying. I haven't talked to her since freshman year,
Wow.
like 2014.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
I haven't seen her since either.
That's crazy.
But like from me telling you, like, would you think that something was up too? Like, if you were in my shoes and like you were getting all these gifts.
I don't know why she asked you and then basically rejected you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I don't get too.
I don't
she asked
get
me.
that.
She's the one that asked me. I didn't ask her.
Yeah.
And I also, like, I don't get it. Like, she asked me. Like, I was never gonna plan. I was
Right.
hoping this feeling would die.
Right.
Really, I was never gonna say anything to her at all, because I really did like our friendship. It was great.
Yeah.
It was so natural. It was so easy with her. I could be myself.
Yeah, that's the thing that really surprises me is that she asked you, like, and you didn't, like, tell her, like, obviously you told her, but after she asked.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, sorry, girl, bye.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what she did.
Oh
No,
my
but yeah,
goodness.
like, if you were in my shoes.
Dude, you guys were, like, best friends for, like, almost 2 years.
Yeah, and it was just so natural. Like, we liked talking with each other. It was great. Like, but yeah, like, if you were in my shoes, wouldn't you think that there was some kind of feeling or something? Or no?
I don't know. Listening to the story, I did kind of feel like I didn't think it was gonna end like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought you guys were gonna, like, date, and then
No.
now you guys, like, don't.
No, yeah, no, there were a couple of friends of ours, mutual friends,
Yeah,
that
what did
were
they
like,
say? Oh,
they
what's
were
the-
like,
what's the tea?
what's the tea? No, they were like, yeah, you guys are really close and stuff. I wasn't expecting you to not be friends anymore. I was actually expecting you guys to date.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought you guys were dating. I was like, no, it didn't happen. Yeah, and then after that, pressed all my feelings again for anybody else.
Dang.
Didn't like anybody else for a long time.
Until you met some other people.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. A few flings.
Whoa there, Liezel. Okay. Do you think you liking a girl was like a visceral reaction to how your dad treated you? Like, I understand. So,
Like
I get it. I'm not invalidating your statement from earlier that like it was just a feeling. But like, do you think it was a feeling that came from a subconscious thought
because
of my
him
dad
treating me bad. I don't
poorly?
like men.
And no, not that you don't like men or people who look like your dad, and your mom treated you really well.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, y'all, second grade is not too young to start developing feelings.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it
not.
is not too young at all.
It's
Like,
not.
it is a natural thing. When I was in second grade, y'all, man, I had feelings off the wazoo for girls. Okay, I'm gonna let
Did you
y'all
have
know.
like 5 girlfriends or something?
No, it wasn't like that. Okay, it was not like we have five. But second grade is not that young.
It's not. It's really not.
And couple the visceral reaction from your dad and like the awesome love you got from your mom, and formulate that into the rise of feelings of like wanting to have some sort of companion, right? Do you like, I'm not saying your feeling was incorrect, but do you think, I don't know if you've ever thought about that, but do you think it could have came from something like that?
I haven't thought about it like that, actually. It could have. And yeah, I really haven't thought about it like that. In the moment, it was just a feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
So.
And at this point, it's a concrete feeling, or
Yeah.
not even a feeling at this point, but like concrete, like you built upon that foundation of
Yeah.
a feeling.
Yeah.
And your house is your mental house is built on that foundation.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not saying, what I'm trying to say is that, do you think that the origin of that isn't actually like, maybe you're like actually straight, but it's because of your visceral reaction? No, like seriously, like psychologically speaking, like
There's like studies on this?
no.
Oh.
But I'm just I'm an enthusiast for a lot of different things, and psychology is one of them. If I didn't go to Columbia for music, psychology was the next.
Yeah, I can
thing.
see you being a psychologist. As a therapist, too.
Yeah.
Life coach, maybe.
Yeah, like you could, in theory, be straight, but because of your visceral reaction to your parents, negative for your dad, positive for your mom, coupled with your rise of like need for companionship, and that's a human nature need.
No,
know?
yeah, that's a human nature thing. I don't know. I don't think my situation is like that, but there probably is somebody's situation that is exactly what you stated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Wait, why didn't you think like your situation? From what it sounds like, I mean, you and your dad haven't had the best relationship.
I know, but whenever I liked someone, I just never had that thought.
Right, because
the
it's
reason-
subconscious though.
Yeah,
that's
but
what I'm
like,
saying.
I don't know.
I mean, people could say that subconsciously you're just not straight, but and I get that argument too. But like, come on, like if we're gonna throw that argument in there, we gotta throw mines in there too.
I don't know. Probably, honestly, it might have happened.
I'm not trying to make you question yourself again. Not that we're always questioning ourselves, but
Always question yourselves.
it is
Make
good to
yourself a
question
better
yourself.
person.
I'm definitely all about self-awareness though.
No, but that's very interesting that you said that. Like, I've never thought about it at all. That what my sexuality could be based on that. It's
Yeah.
very interesting.
It's kind of like the thing that like you get with the person that your parents were. Like you end up being with somebody that is similar to your parents.
Yeah.
Regardless if you see it or not. It's kind of like that. Like subconsciously we're looking for companions that are like our parents that raised us.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
maybe that's why we're both single still. Because
we're both single. Hit us up.
Like, we're broken people and you could be looking for someone like your dad. Not like physically, not physically, like, but personality wise, subconsciously, you're like drawn to that. I don't know how your dad is. I've never met him, but just think about all the people that you've like. Your most recent one when you went to Disneyland.
I guess she was like him because he's very like much a like talker and a charmer to people. Mm-hmm. And she was too.
And she ended up being a total loser.
Not a loser.
Yeah, not a loser. That's a wrong term, but total meanie.
I mean, she didn't break my heart or anything, but it was a little bit mean.
Yeah, she was a meanie.
It was a little bit mean. But no, yeah, the last one, she did have a very similar. Now that I think about it, because you brought it up. No, yeah, it is. Her personality is similar to my dad. Because he's loud, she's loud. He's always talking to people, socializing. She's always talking, socializing, meeting new people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
I guess you want to get with someone like your dad.
That's gross saying it like that. That's like gross. Ew.
It is gross.
Ew.
Okay, I'm always trying to.
What about you?
Me? So my ex.
Yeah.
Is very much like my mom, and I understood that about 4 or 5 months into the relationship. My mom has good qualities. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, and my ex had those qualities, but my mom also had qualities I did not like at all. My ex had those similar qualities, not the same, but similar. I mean, there are other reasons why we broke up, but yeah, she was definitely similar to my mom. Goes back to the thing I was talking about earlier, that like we can keep saying that. Like I always told myself I'm not gonna get with a girl like my mom, but my ex was like my mom. Mm-hmm. The psychology thing in gender, man, it's a real thing. Like some, and I think that's why some people are always questioning, or they realize, like, okay, so for people who aren't in the community or don't understand, most people in the queer community go through phases of identification. Obviously,
yes.
Everybody tries to fit into the binary at first.
Yes.
Doesn't work out, and then they go to what they think they are next, and sometimes they hit the mark. Most times, no, because they switch to something else, a new category, and then when they're in that category, they're like, but I'm not really like jiving with this, and then maybe they'll go back to the old one, or they go to a different one, and it's like super fluid, and that's where fluidity comes from.
Yeah. Yeah, people are always questioning themselves in the community, and that's totally fine. Like,
yeah,
do you find out who you are?
Totally.
Always question yourself. Like, is this right? Am I this? Mm-hmm. Just keep trying, and then you'll find it.
But my question is, are they doing that because, I mean, I say they, but I really should say we, because I flow through this too.
Yeah, no one's ever, no one's 100% straight.
Yeah, and we flow through it. And do you think we flow through it because like it's not like finding the best category that kind of like fits us, but like trying to like heal the brokenness that's all within ourselves,
It could be a mix of both.
It could be a mix of both. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever reason, it all depends on the person.
I do want to talk about something that has been pretty heavy on my heart and mind when it comes to the community, the queer community.
Yeah.
Is that just like any community, there's a range of extremes. So, and they're in between. So you got the very loving people out there. Then you have the people who are very anti anybody that is not associated with the community. And in that also it can even go any further, you know, like there are pockets of people that don't like other people in the queer community too.
Oh, you mean like people who are like identify as bisexual and then they're excluded in the community because, you know, they're like people who can't choose. You have to pick a side.
Yeah, something
like you
like
don't
that.
belong.
Yeah.
That's very much a thing with
Yeah.
bisexual people, because there are people in the gay community and lesbian community that are like, no, you can't be this. You can't like both. You have to pick a side. And if you're like a woman and you marry a guy,
that just means you're straight.
Yeah, that they say that like you can't be bisexual. You married a guy, you're straight. Like no, like there's a reason why they identify as bisexual. They like both genders.
Right.
Like because they married somebody and opposite of them, opposite gender, don't erase that part of them.
Yeah.
Like they're still bisexual.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Like that's who they are. That's who they identify as.
And
it doesn't matter who they chose as a partner in life.
I totally vibe with that. And to add on to that, it's tough because you meet people who you try to understand and empathize with so much. Maybe not even so much, but like there's a genuine effort there, at least for me in my experience. But there's always a pushback towards people who just aren't a part of their community. And I understand and like that it comes from a wealth of experiences that are totally negative and abysmal and dismal, and they have every reason and like right to be angry at those who are different than them because people treated them the same way, you know, in every facet of their life, you know, and the only solace they get is from people who truly identify as them. But it weighs on my heart, you know, because then that toxicity that they've accumulated from others, like you become the thing that you absorb the most, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And like there's people like that in every community.
Yeah.
Not just the queer community, but
yeah.
It's so visceral in the queer community, in my experience. So, like, I've met so many people that are like, if I don't vibe with you to a certain extent, like, I can't call you an ally or somebody who's part of my community or my subsect.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
It is hard
to navigate that, you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there are a lot of people like that. I don't know. As long as you continue to just support in any way you can.
Yeah,
like, those people don't matter.
What does that even look like for you? Okay, so some people, an ally is somebody who is ride or die, and if you're not ride or die, you're not an ally. You know, that's how.
I've never heard that before.
Really? Yeah, for some people, an ally, that is what an ally is. Like if you're if I were to consider you an ally, you have to be a ride or die for not just me, but like the values of the people that I am about. But for other people, an ally just means, you know, and we can get less and less and less to the point where an ally is just somebody who some people would consider people who just go to Pride an ally. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
And
I wouldn't consider that as an ally. People who just show up to Pride.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. You can show up to Pride. That'd be great. Like, yes, you support. But follow through with that. You know, continue to help us because you identify, you're straight. I don't know. That help us. I don't know how to say this. I don't know. I guess an ally is a ride or die.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be with us. Like you have to
You just like completely changed your stance like in the last 30 seconds.
I did. Because you can't just if you just show up to Pride once a year
Mm-hmm.
and that's it, and throughout the rest of the year you do nothing for us, like, you're not. I wouldn't consider that an ally.
Okay. So
If you're
are
just
there
there for the
levels?
if you're just there
Okay.
for the Instagram pics,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
I support.
Right.
And then the rest of the year after June ends,
The trend.
that's not an ally.
Yeah.
No, an ally is
Or
you
even-
showing up to Pride and every other event after that. Like,
Mhm.
protect your queer friends, give them space, like, be there for them,
Yeah.
share, like, give them a voice.
Okay, so then are there levels to that? Like, okay,
Levels.
so yeah, because let's say, let's just say you and I end up in a disagreement, you know?
Okay.
Does that mean I'm still your ally at that moment? Or after that
It
moment?
depend on this disagreement mode.
Okay, like, let's say, okay, yeah, it's a disagreement about gender.
Okay.
Or, like, about identity. Or, you
I think I
know.
would still consider you an ally even if we have a disagreement.
Yeah, so are there levels to this ride or die mentality you got going on so far?
I don't know, not really, I guess. I mean, we can have disagreements on some things, but the main thing is just, I don't know. It's just, I've never thought about levels either. Having levels to being an ally. It's just, I don't know.
Because to some, I am an ally. I thank you for thinking of me like that.
Yeah, you're always...
It's a privilege, honestly.
Yeah, you're always so supportive of me and anybody else who identify in the queer community. Like, you're always, being trying to be the wingman at the bars and stuff, and you're always so supportive and, like, all things gender and gay. Like, you always want to talk about that stuff, and it's always great having, somebody who is straight and wants to learn more about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's great.
But to others, I'm not.
Really? You're not an
Yeah.
ally?
Yeah, I've
Why?
been, I guess their perception of me, so to speak. Also because, like, so to the ride or die example, in like I've never been to a march yet.
Okay.
Okay, and disclaimer, I've never been to any kind of march.
Okay.
But
Yeah. It's fine. No, yeah, it's totally fine.
No, but like for some people, it's like, oh, if you can't march with us, for whatever, to what you're saying, like you have to like show your support, and for some people that means being there on the front lines with them too.
Okay. I guess there are some levels then.
Yeah.
So, like, not being ally is just showing up to Pride, and that's it. You're done.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, you can't just like.
No, you're not an ally. No, and I guess to be just a regular ally, then I think that would be you. Like, okay, you can't come to the marches, but that's fine as long as you still continue to support the community, still give us some space and stuff like that. Always continue to support us, even if you can't come to marches. I think that's you're still considered an ally.
Right. Okay.
And I guess ride or die is if you go to everything. Like, you are full on supportive. I'm not saying that you're not supportive. Like, you are supportive for everybody in the community. But yeah, I guess the ride or die is like everything. You're in the front lines with everybody, marching with everybody. Yeah, I guess that's ride or die.
Yeah.
So there's the basic, and then there's regular, and then the ride or die.
Do you think so? I mean,
that's probably for me. That it probably differs for every person.
yeah, like I
Those
wish,
are my levels.
I wish there was an objective way to qualify an ally, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I don't think there really is one.
Yeah, no one really ever talks about how to be a good ally in the queer community.
Yeah.
No one really ever. I've never really seen allies in the like good role models as allies
in your experience.
Yeah, in experience. they've always just been like, you know, those basic ones. Show up to Pride, Instagram pic, I'm out. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never show their support year round. You're probably the only like real good one, the real good ally
In your life.
Yeah, in my life.
Yeah.
In my life.
You know, like for everybody else that is listening in,
He doesn't got me ride or die. He's so good. He supports everybody. You don't got me ride or die.
Oh, thanks. But
No, for real. Yeah, no, there's like no real good like allies that I know of in the community that stand out.
yeah.
And no one ever talks about it, which is really odd. Because we say we want all these allies to be with us and, you know, join forces, be in the front lines with us. But where are they?
Right. And maybe there are people
Yeah, there probably
having this
are
conversation
people.
and we're just not there.
Yeah.
It's probably happening,
Yeah.
honestly. But yeah, in my experience too, I've never really seen too many allies, so to speak. I've never really seen too many straight folk hanging out with the queer community. It's always been a queer community based, a queer supported community.
Yeah.
Like, and that goes for any community too, to be honest. Like, you don't see too many Asians mixing in with the blacks and too many.
Yeah, we were just talking, me and Gina were talking about it earlier.
Oh, really?
Remember in the restaurant?
I don't remember that part.
We were talking about like Asian American groups.
Oh, about how Filipinos.
Yeah, and Filipinos aren't like Asian enough
Yeah.
and stuff. And like they see us differently, you know, like we're the Mexicans of Asia.
Right.
Which is not true. Honestly, I don't know anymore. That's why we're having that conversation. I don't know either. I don't know at this point. I get mistaken for Mexican every day.
Yo, but like honestly, and yeah, I always try to be a good ally, at least the ally that I would like to have at the very least. I don't know. It's a that's just my experience being not identifying as something other than the binary and seeing your guys' world from the outside, you know. You know, most people encounter the community looking from the outside in and encounter the pushback, and that's totally understandable. There is a pushback. There needs to be a pushback. It's a natural pushback because of the natural pushback that has happened to them. And people just take that the wrong way most of the time. You know, like people need to start seeing others in a human perspective. Like, this person did not become the type of person they are just because of what they identify as. You know, like they came that type of person, or they have that type of response towards you because of their experience of other people similar to you. And if you're just, I want to reverse the saying, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. Yo, I love Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's great.
You know,
Favorite superhero.
Facts. Every Spider-Man is dope. Honestly,
Yeah.
Spider-Man is one of the coolest superheroes.
For real.
Not just Peter Parker, y'all. Not just Peter Parker.
Not just Peter Parker.
No, yeah. I want to say on the record that, so the quote is, with great power comes great responsibility. But how to say it so it sounds cool, you know? So I want to say it like, with responsibility comes the power. You don't get any power unless you take the responsibility. Like, you can be the president of the United States.
God.
But if you're not being responsible as the president of the United States, you don't get the power. Like,
I wish that was true right now.
You don't. Well, you know, there's more politics that are happening behind the scenes. Like, Trump isn't
That's true.
the only person that's like messing things up. Like, there's a board of military advisors there that are taking responsibility, in which they have power to, because they're taking that responsibility.
Another episode.
Yeah, but
another episode.
To relate that to our current topic, if you're the person from the outside looking in and trying to understand, it's your responsibility. You, the one looking inward, you have the power to change your own outcome and your experience with the people in that community. Because like if you're always going to be the same variable, then the outcome is always going to be the same. Duh. You know, if you're working in a math equation and you always say that x is 8, you're always going to get the same answer. Because you don't know these people and they're only going off of their experiences. And I'm generalizing, but their experiences are negative towards people who are part of the binary or who identify as such or can't wrap their heads around not being part of the binary. So it's your responsibility, man, or person. It's your responsibility to be like, hey, I'm gonna be the one that takes the responsibility to actually like not get offended when something is said because they're letting out their internal brokenness. On the flip side, it's a two-way street, y'all. So I'm not trying to antagonize the community, but it's a two-way street. The people who are receiving these people trying to come from the outside, it's also your responsibility to be like, yeah, they don't get it, and this person could be different, and I could give them a chance or not. It's my responsibility to handle whatever brokenness the person from the outside has trying to project onto me as well.
Yeah.
Because that's where the power comes from.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that on the record.
That's a good thing to say. That's how most people should see it.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those things like in the moment, like, yeah, obviously everybody should be doing that. But in the heat of the moment, y'all, we all know that we fail. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all still learning.
Anyways, those are my thoughts on like what does it mean to be an ally. Like,
No, yeah, those are good thoughts, and I think that's a good way to become an ally.
yeah.
You know, wanting to learn more about the community, learning how to support them in any way you can. But also, yeah, what you said, you know, it's a two-way street. Us accepting you for who you are. Like, yeah, you're one person that wants to help us and learn more about us. Yeah, we should accept you who you are. And I'm always cool with people learn more about, you know, the community, the gender, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It's always great when people want to learn more about that. That's how I know it's you're a true ally.
Yeah.
You want to learn more. Like, you're not afraid like most people are. Like you want to know.
I do want to put a spin on that though. There are some people who are just trying to get info as an enemy.
I've never seen it happen. I've never experienced it, but yeah, like, those things do happen.
You know?
Yeah,
and
those things do happen.
Or an ally turned enemy. You know, I can only think of the extreme versions of that, but
yeah,
I don't know if there's like a
I don't know.
gray for that. Is there a gray for that? An ally turned enemy. Is there a gray for that?
I don't know.
Like, you know? Like if I was so to your example, if I was a ride or die and then I became a regular, you know, is that like I turned my back?
I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know.
That's interesting to think about. You know?
It is interesting. Better not do it. Better not do it.
I'll give a shout out to the leaders of the community. I think that you all put in a lot of good work.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I totally understand. It's a tough sandstorm of a job that you gotta go through.
Putting yourself out there like that.
Yeah, and to always explain to people, like, you get tired of explaining
Oh yeah, you get so tired
over and over
of telling about
and over
yourself, like
again.
who you are,
Right.
coming out again.
Right. Yeah, you know, and some
It's
people
so tiring.
Yeah, and it gets tiring, man. Like to just be telling your story over again or explaining what these words mean to new people and them
Maybe Google it. What does
going
this
through
mean?
you know, people going through their process of like, oh, okay, like what does that really mean? And like, props to the leaders that are really like trying to educate these folks coming in. You know, I was definitely one of those folks at one point, being educated by people in the community, and I'm grateful for that. But
yeah, and it's good that the like TV and cartoons nowadays are starting to portray gay relationships, you know, so that we become normal.
For
and we
sure.
don't have to explain ourselves.
I don't know. I think there's always gonna be some sort of explanation needed.
Oh yeah, for some things.
Yeah, but I do think that showing that people can be happy as what they identify as is a good thing, and find love in the world being what you identify as.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We get happy endings too.
Yes. Just like not your most recent one, but a very recent artwork you put out there on your Instagram.
Which one?
I don't know. One of them says something about happy endings, like we get happy endings too. I forget which one. I think it's the one in Hawaii. You guys are all looking at the sky for the fireworks or something. I don't know.
No, that was just a Happy New Year.
No, there's that one. There is like we get happy endings too. I swear I've seen it, but
no.
yeah, no.
No.
There are happy endings.
Yeah.
There are happy endings for everyone.
Yeah, not just for straight couples, but we get happy endings too.
Yes.
But there are still like some shows that still kill off gay characters.
Yeah.
But you know, we're starting. It shouldn't even be a start. Like we're already in 2020. It shouldn't just be a start.
Well, I feel like the word starting has already like started. I feel like we have been starting to. Okay, when you say starting, what are you referring to? First of all, let's clarify that. Like let's clarify that before I even say anything.
Like the happy endings, the gay people getting happy, not being killed off, that kind of thing. You know, getting happy endings.
So not being killed off equals happy ending.
Being portrayed in the media.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh. You haven't seen Star Wars, right? The recent one,
Rise
of Skywalker.
I don't care about spoilers.
Okay,
just spoil
it. So during like their press tour, they like advertised that there was gonna be LGBT rep in it. You know,
yeah.
And there were potential like couples in the series, the trilogy, the recent one.
Yeah.
For that to happen, and everybody was excited. I was excited. I love Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I was excited for that. And then when you go to watch the movie,
what happened?
Towards the end,
yeah,
you get a split, probably not even second, but you get a split second kiss from two girls.
Okay. Isn't it Rey and some other person?
It's not even the main characters. These two nobodies.
Oh, okay.
These two nobodies that like you can like if you cut that out because it's barely a second at all. Mm-hmm. If you cut it out from the movie, it doesn't affect it at all. So
gotcha.
That's what they've been doing in other countries, the conservative countries. Yeah, they cut it out. They've cut it out.
Yeah.
That kiss.
Yeah.
From the movie.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's not even rep.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Like, it's 2020. They can do better. Mm-hmm. And even for Frozen. Yeah.
Ozen?
Frozen.
Oh, Frozen. Yeah, I heard that there's there's a couple in there that's like
No, but like even when Frozen 2 was in production, they interviewed one of the directors about it, like what's gonna be in it, you know, is it gonna be groundbreaking or something like that? And she was like, yeah, it's gonna be groundbreaking. We're gonna have
Isn't Elsa the one that's supposed to be LGBT?
Yeah, they talked about Elsa about it. They talked about Elsa being, groundbreaking and representing that our community.
Yeah.
When it came around, nothing.
What happened?
Nothing happened. Nothing. Nothing. There was nothing. That's what happened. Oh my god. TV shows do better than these movies.
Okay, wait. So
No, yeah, Frozen. There was nothing at all.
oh
Nothing.
yeah,
But
and
then one of the directors said there was gonna be something. There was nothing.
yeah. So to your point about the TV shows doing better than
Yeah, TV shows do
movies.
better. Cartoons, especially.
It's a political thing, man.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like so. Think about it. Frozen and well, at least for because it's Disney. So Disney is worldwide.
What are they so scared of?
It's worldwide. It's about money at that point too. I mean, politics and money, but Disney is a worldwide thing, and the shows, at least on CW and things like that, those are kind of like American channels, you know.
But like they get some funding from other countries, right?
Probably, but it's not like CW is being shown in like China or the Ukraine, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure it's being streamed illegally.
Oh yeah.
But in terms of like actual like avenues of like proper channels of showing, I don't think that they have that kind of reach.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's easier for them because like in the US that's a demographic, you know. Or in the UK as well, or Europe. That's a demographic, and they're more open to things like that. But versus other countries that are not. And Disney has to deal with that with Star Wars, Frozen, and Elsa. You know.
Yeah, I know, but like
I totally get where you're coming from.
if they're gonna just continue doing this forever, it's never gonna be normalized. You know. Our community.
At some point,
I do believe the people behind the scenes, like doing these shows, are queer and stuff, and they try. They do try their hardest to get something in there. I really do believe that.
Yeah.
Because there are queer people in Disney, and I do believe they try their hardest to get something out there, sneak something in. But at the end of the day, representation is just the main character. If you're not part of the main story, it's not representation to me.
What if?
Because when you're a kid and you watch all these shows, like you want to be the main character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always seen that as representation. Like you see yourself as the main character.
Right. Okay. I totally vibe with that.
Yeah.
I vibe with that.
Cool. Most people don't.
Yeah, you know, because like
I don't want to be some side character like you see every few episodes, you know. I want to be the main one. I want to be represented.
Goes back to like everybody is the main character of their own story.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like portray ourselves onto those characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that stuff is beyond. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. Disney could be doing better.
They really should.
I mean, honestly, that's my opinion too. Disney could be doing better.
Yeah, like really, like
y'all got a lot of power, Disney. Let's be real.
They have everything, but they bought every single company at this point, and like if they do it, it'll just be normal to everybody. Like we'll just be normal people, you know. It won't be such a big deal anymore. If Disney does it like, in a big movie, it would just be normal. It would be great. And they would make so much money off of it. They really will, because everybody will buy everything in the community. I'll buy anything.
Yeah.
That has it. That'll be great representation. Like there will be so much more love than hate for it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I completely agree with that, but I do think there would be a lot of love for sure towards that.
Yeah.
I think our perceptions are skewed. Like yours and mine's. Like we're in Chicago, everyone. And we're in cities that like where the communities are big, but there's a whole countryside, man. It's crazy. Of the US. Just of the US alone, you know.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't know. I can see there being a bad side to it.
I mean, there's always a negative, but I think that I mean, the statement of saying that there's going to be more love than hate is a skewed perception, because we're in the city where, well, specifically in a city that is progressive, and like that is the way of the culture almost, that to show more love towards things of the queer community.
Mm-hmm.
I know you think gender is evil.
Yeah, because of my experiences, but it just varies from person to person.
Yeah.
Like in my perfect world, there would be no gender, so anybody can be whoever they want to identify as.
That is very socialist.
I know, but yeah, just because of my experiences, I don't like gender.
Yeah.
But to some people, it matters to them. You know.
Yeah.
They want to have gendered things. They want to identify as male or female.
Yeah. And we're not just talking about the binary either. Like some people in the community like have that sense of entitlement to whatever their identity is.
Yeah.
But in your perfect world, everybody is just whoever they are.
Yeah, whatever they identify.
Well, I mean, we're all in your perfect world. We're all humans, and it doesn't matter what we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I can go to the bathroom whenever I want in public.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well. I don't really have anything else. Do you want to plug anything?
No, you already did that at the beginning. That's it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say it again. So you can find Liezel over here at Instagram. Mainly you're on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at Instagram at 808.LHR. Check it out. Check them out. Okay, wait. Before last question before I like plug myself. Would you rather start preferring them over her? Just a personal question, I guess, for me to know.
That's what I prefer.
More than the other.
I prefer more she, her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good to know.
Yeah, I'm still fine with she, her.
Okay.
That's what I would prefer. Yeah.
Gotcha. So, yeah, find her at 808.LHR on Instagram. That's where most of her stuff is. You're going to start a Patreon soon or something?
I mean, if I get a good following.
Yeah. I feel that.
I can't just start now.
Yeah, no, I feel that. But I think Patreon only takes a commission of what you actually make, though. So, like, if you don't make anything, then you don't actually have to pay anything.
Is it like that?
Yeah, I was looking on their website. Like, they only take about, depending on how much you make, they take a percentage. I think the highest, from what I last researched, was 8%.
Oh. I don't know. I haven't done research on it.
Yeah. I would do more research on that. But yeah, you can find me. I'm TabooTalks at TabooTalks on all platforms. It will be on all platforms. Currently, right now, it's on YouTube, SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Yeah, at TabooTalks. We're gonna be doing way more podcasts. Again, this is the podcast. This is called Taboo Talks. Talking about anything, all things controversial, and remembering to put the human perspective into it. Yeah. Yeah.
See, you say you don't have an intro, but then that's basically your intro.
That's my outro.
No, you had like an intro.
Yeah, I guess so to speak. I need to work on it though. It needs to be refined still.
Okay.
But yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, I guess.
Yeah. Till next time, y'all.
Bye.
This message is prohibited.